Family, friends, teammates, and thousands of fans came together today in Portugal to mourn the untimely loss of Liverpool forward Diogo Jota and his younger brother, Andre Silva, who both lost their lives in a tragic car crash last Thursday. The funeral, held in the brothers' hometown of Gondomar, was attended by grieving loved ones and supporters who lined the streets outside the Igreja Matriz de Gondomar church. The service was private, restricted to close family and friends, but a live audio feed was broadcast outside for the crowds who had gathered to pay tribute to the beloved footballer and his brother. Among those visibly heartbroken was Jota's wife, Ruth Cardoso, who only 11 days ago had married her childhood sweetheart in an emotional ceremony. Now, at just 28, she found herself placing a tender hand on her husband's coffin as it was carried into the church. Dressed in white and holding a cream rose, she was supported by relatives and friends as she accompanied Diogo's final journey. The couple shared 3 young children, 2 sons and a daughter, who did not attend the funeral service but were at the forefront of many mourners' thoughts. Leading the emotional service was D. Manuel Linda, the Bishop of Porto. He directed a heartfelt message towards Jota's children, offering prayers and acknowledging the unimaginable grief they would come to understand. The bishop spoke of the agony felt by Ruth and the children's grandparents, describing the sight of a parent burying their child as a sorrow beyond words, made all the heavier when 2 coffins lie side by side. He reassured the mourners that their pain was shared by the wider community, urging everyone present to find solace in their faith and the lasting memory of the 2 young men. The bishop highlighted how sport had united so many people in respect and love for Jota and Andre, who were described as dignified, hardworking, and respectful individuals, true role models on and off the pitch. Inside the church, the service opened with the Lord's Prayer and was accompanied by moving hymns, including The Lord is My Shepherd, Hallelujah, and Bach's Air on a G-string. As the coffins were later carried out of the church to the solemn notes of Ave Maria, Ruth gently touched Diogo's coffin, flanked by tearful mourners who walked behind her. Well-wishers lining the route applauded the brothers as they were led to their final resting place, a cemetery nestled just steps away, surrounded by peaceful olive trees. Among the hundreds who paid their respects were familiar faces from the football world. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk carried a wreath shaped like Diogo's iconic number 20 shirt, while Andy Robertson brought a red shirt in tribute to Andre's number 30. Portugal teammate Ruben Neves flew back from club duty to act as a pallbearer for Jota's coffin. Former teammates such as Jordan Henderson, James Milner, Fabinho, and Thiago also made the journey to Portugal, standing alongside Manchester City's Ruben Dias and Bernardo Silva. Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson, away on international duty with Brazil, posted an emotional tribute on Instagram, saying it made no sense that an ocean separated him from saying goodbye to a dear friend. He promised Ruth that she would never walk alone and shared his belief that Jota was not only a remarkable player but also an extraordinary father and husband. Merseyside comedian John Bishop, Portugal and Wolves defender Nelson Semedo, and other familiar figures joined the mourners in Gondomar, while Liverpool fans around the world sent condolences. Despite speculation, Portugal's national captain Cristiano Ronaldo did not appear at the funeral but had already honored his late teammate and friend in a moving social media post. He wrote of how senseless the loss felt, just weeks after they had shared the pitch together, and promised that Diogo and Andre would be missed but never forgotten. The streets of Gondomar overflowed with people wanting to pay tribute to the beloved brothers. The day before, mourners had lined up for hours outside the small chapel where the wake was held. Many brought flowers, Portuguese flags, and national team scarves in tribute to Jota, who had helped secure the Nations League title for Portugal just last month. Ruth, supported by Jota's parents Isabel and Joaquim, spent hours by the coffins during the wake, joined by family, friends, and fans who struggled to comprehend how life could change so devastatingly overnight. The couple had met as teenagers in Gondomar, with Ruth often sharing how Jota was her dream come true. Just days after publicly declaring yes to forever, she found herself mourning the father of her children. The crash that took the lives of Diogo and Andre occurred in the early hours of Thursday morning on the A52 highway near Zamora in northwestern Spain. The brothers had set out for the northern port of Santander to catch a ferry back to the UK so that Jota could rejoin Liverpool for pre-season training. He had been advised against flying after undergoing lung surgery, choosing to drive with his brother instead. Tragically, their acid-green Lamborghini Huracan, capable of speeds over 200 miles per hour, reportedly suffered a sudden tire blowout while overtaking. The supercar lost control, veered off the highway, rolled, and burst into flames. Emergency services found no other vehicles involved, and both brothers were declared dead at the scene. As the football community grapples with this shocking loss, Liverpool FC is reportedly preparing to honor Jota's memory in a meaningful way, pledging to pay out the remainder of his contract to his family. Signed in 2022, his contract still had 2 years left, and the club's decision is seen as a heartfelt gesture of support for Ruud and their children during this unimaginable time. Following the funeral, Portugal's national team manager Roberto Martinez spoke of how the Portuguese football family had come together to mourn two of its own. He described how the spirit of Diogo and Andre would forever live on in the hearts of their teammates and fans. The bishop's final words during the service echoed that sentiment, urging everyone to find hope and faith and to remember the brothers for their kindness, dedication, and the light they brought to everyone around them. A special Seventh-day Mass will be held at the same church on July 9th, where family and friends will gather once more to pray, share memories, and support each other in grief. As Diogo Jota and Andre Silva are laid to rest under the shade of olive trees in their hometown, their legacy lives on through their loved ones, their teammates, and the countless fans whose lives they touched, not just through their talent, but through the warmth and respect they gave to the beautiful game and to life itself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.